welcome to another yoga studio. I'm Kat, for those of you who haven't tried our videos before. For those of you who have, then welcome back. So for today, it's hips and it's yoga. So if you know when you're working in any of those hip postures, you need blocks or straps, make sure you've got all the bits of equipment that you need. And really do pay attention to how the body's feeling. Make sure that you are working safely for yourself. Okay, then we're going to come round onto the back of your mat. So just find a comfortable position to kneel in. Sitting, otherwise on a block if you need to. Sit up tall, relax your shoulders. Hands just resting on your lap, but we're going to take some nice, good, strong breaths in. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Sorry, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. One more big breath here. And then come over onto all fours with the knees under the hips. Hands under the shoulders. Inhaling, drawing the shoulders back for cow. Exhaling as you round up through the spine for cat. So inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. So moving, rippling through the vertebrae, arching and then doming the back. Seeing if you can find a little bit of movement through the shoulder blades as they work backwards and forwards. One more. Exhaling, round up to cat, and this time bringing the heels back to child's pose. So from here, inhale, push the hips up, sliding your hands, walking your hands out in front, coming into puppy dog, and then exhaling, rounding back to child's pose. Inhale, hips over the knees, let the chest sink towards the floor. Exhale, taking it back, child's pose. One more time, so inhale, come forwards. Exhale, take it back. Child's pose. Exhale, walk the hands around to the right. So we're just going to anchor our hips over the feet. Take a little stretch through the left side body. Inhale. And then exhaling, taking it all the way around to the left side. Again, just keep your hips over your heels. Inhale. And then exhale, come back into the centre. Reaching the hands all the way back out in front, tucking, lifting up, tucking the toes under, and exhale, come up to downward facing dog. So give yourself a little bit of a walk out, take a little bit of movement through the hips, maybe add a bit of movement through the neck or the shoulders. Finding whatever feels good. And then exhale, sink the heels down in towards the floor as best you can. If you need a little bend in the knees, keep a little bend in the knees. Inhale to take the right leg up, bending the knee, and draw 3 big circles one way. Circling around with the hip, and then 3 big circles the other way. And then as you exhale, just point that right knee up towards the ceiling, opening through the hips. And then we're going to inhale, pull that right foot through to the front as best you can. Shuffle it, do whatever you need to get it there. Exhale, pull the hips back behind you, straighten through the leg. Inhale, rock to the front. Exhale, take it back. So coming into half split, and then inhaling to low lunge. One more time, so just moving, warming those hips up a little bit more. And then plant the hands down onto the floor. We're going to step back into plank. Take the knees down towards the floor and exhale. Bring your chest and bring your chin to the mat. Inhale, roll the chest forwards, pull the shoulders back, cobra, and then exhale, come back to downward facing dog. This time sweep the left leg up, bending the left knee, 3 big circles in each direction. Find as much movement as you can in the hip joint, take it the other way. And then exhale, open the left knee up to the ceiling, so we're opening through the hips, and then come forwards to the front of the mat. So if it helps to take that back knee down towards the floor as you come forwards, drop the back knee. So exhale, pull the left hip back behind you. Inhale, come to the front. Exhale, take it back. So half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, rock the hip back. Inhale, come to the front for low lunge. Take the hands down to the floor, bring the weight back into plank, and then with the knees on the mat, we're going to exhale, take the chest and the chin towards the floor, so 8-point pose. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. So we're going to bring the right foot up to the top of the mat again, inhale, and then lifting up into high lunge. So either reach the hands up to the ceiling or keep them on the hip. Exhale, just take a little dip with the back leg towards the floor. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, dip. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, dip. Working into those hip flexors. Exhale, dip. Inhale, push the heel back behind you. Exhale, dip. And then exhale, bring the hands all the way back to the floor. Inhale to plank. So skipping vinyasa back to down dog if you want. So exhale, lower. Inhale up through the chest, cobra or up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. So inhale to bring the left foot to the front. Do whatever you need to get it there. Sweeping the arms up, high lunge. So hands up above or on the hips. Exhale, bend. Inhale, push the heel behind you. Exhale, bend. Inhale, push the heel behind you. So just taking those little dips down towards the floor. We're going to go for one more. And then lower the hands down towards the floor, step back to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up through the chest. Exhale, take it back to downward facing dog. So we're going to come forwards with the right foot up towards the top of the mat again. Take the left hand down towards the floor. Inhale, reach the right hand up. So finding a little twisted lunge. And then we're going to spin round. So we bring the back foot round onto the little toe side. Just twiddling around through the hips. Drop the hips as best as you can towards the floor. Reach the right hand back behind you. And then spin yourself around. Coming into our lizard pose. So shuffling the right foot just a little bit further out. So you've got your hands under the shoulders. You can drop the knee to the floor or keep it lifted. And then see if you can start to just bend the elbows, working yourself down towards the floor. If the elbows can't come all the way down, and it helps to just stack a block or 2 books underneath you. Just stack something up so you can get just a little bit of a bend under the elbows. And then we're going to inhale, straighten up through the arms, and then bring that right leg in underneath us. So shuffling it across to the other side of the mat. Bring the right knee to the outside right edge of the mat. Lift up through the chest. And then as you exhale, take it down again. Use a block if it helps for support. Maybe popping one underneath that right hip or using it to rest on with the head or the hands. Lowering down through the head. Try and square that left hip towards the floor. So you just try to push it gently towards your right foot. And then inhale, take yourself up. And then see if you can just bend the back knee, maybe reaching around, finding it with the left hand. If you can, squeeze that left knee and foot a little bit closer. Maybe reach the right arm out in front. You can come round into your mermaid pose. See if you can find that mermaid, bringing the fingers together behind the head. And then release it down towards the floor. Just lifting yourself back up through onto that right foot. We're going to spin ourselves around as we exhale into wide leg forward fold. So just take a little dip through from the hip joint to bring the body down towards the floor. And an inhale, lift yourself back up, walking all the way around to come onto that with the left foot into that lunge position. So inhale, reach the left hand up this time into a twist. And then again, opening the feet just out slightly, front foot out, rolling onto the right little toe side, drop the hips, reach the left hand back behind you. So we're really working into the outsides of the hips. And then bring yourself all the way around. Shuffle that left foot a little bit further out for your lizard pose. So again, take the back knee down towards the floor if you prefer, otherwise keep it lifted. Work your way down through the elbows, so support underneath the arms if you want to. Breathe here. Remember, there can be very big differences between how one hip feels and how another hip feels. And then inhale, bring yourself back up into your lunge position. We're just going to take that left leg up and across, or shuffle it across the mat, so a pigeon pose. Keep the left knee to the outside of the left mat. Right leg is coming directly behind you. So give yourself a little lift up through the chest, and then squaring the right hip over the left leg. Bring yourself down over the left side, the left leg. So again, just breathe here into those hips. Good strong deep breath down into the bottom of the belly. And then inhale, lift up with the chest, and then see if we can just lift the right legging up off the floor. See if you can reach round, so maybe hold on to the right foot. Reach the left hand out in front, maybe working round into that mermaid pose on the other side if that's available today. Don't worry if it isn't, just work wherever you can. And then we're going to let the left leg go. Just lifting yourself back up to bring yourself into the lunge with the left foot on the floor. Exhale, walk yourself round into your wide leg forward fold. Try and hold on then with the hands onto the calves, the ankles, the feet. And then bring yourself all the way back round towards the top of your mat. Step back into plank. Using the knees if you want, otherwise chaturanga. If you want to just skip your vinyasa and come into downward facing dog, just push straight back to downward facing dog. From your down dog then now, we're going to bring both feet up to the front to lower yourself down towards the floor. Stretching the legs out in front. Cross the right leg over the left. Exhale, just twisting around to the right side. Give your right leg a little hug in. Inhale, come back into the centre. Cross the left leg over the right. Sit tall. Hug the left knee in towards you. Right, left fingers are just back there behind you for a bit of support. Inhale, come back into the centre. Bring the feet together. Inhale, reach the hands up. Feel the sitting bones on the mat, and then exhale, reach forwards with the chest. See if you can come into your forward fold. Inhale, sitting up. Rolling back down through your spine then now. Hug the knees up and towards you, finding either the feet, the calves or the thighs to hold on to. Take the knees nice and wide so you can come into your happy baby pose. Then bring the feet down towards the floor. Soles of the feet are coming together, letting the knees just roll out to the side into Supta Baddha Konasana. Hands resting just gently over the tops of the thighs elbows heavy on the mat. Close your eyes. Just taking some big breaths through here. Let the body relax for a moment. And then we're going to roll the right knee over towards the left, so you come onto your left hand side. Push yourself up to sitting. Bring yourself into a comfortable seated position. Just reaching the arms up, bring the palms together. Exhale as you bring your hands through to your heart, bow your head to your fingers. Just thank yourself for your efforts on the mat today. Namaste. Well, thank you for joining me today for that little hip flow. It's always a hard one to work with hips for most people, so good effort on what you've managed, and if it didn't feel great, you didn't get very much out of it, just remember the more you keep on working and stretching and moving with your hips, the easier it is going to become. So if you liked the video, press the like button down below, or perhaps leave me a comment or a question, and subscribe to the channel if you like to keep up with all our latest videos, and I hope to see you all again soon for another one. Okay, thank you, bye.